Ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a little bit different, and quite frankly, I don't even know if this thing is going to turn out because I've never done this before. What we've got today is two iPod Touch models. We've got a 4th gen here. This one is, let's see, it's an 8 gig model, and we have a 32 gigabyte iPod Touch 3rd gen. Now the problem with these are this one's got a password, as you can see there. I don't know the password. And this one is completely disabled and it says connect to iTunes. Now, where things get interesting here is the fact that these are running their original versions of iOS. So I plugged these into the computer and was able to figure out that this 4th gen is running iOS 4.3.3 and our 3rd gen here is running 3.1.3. So the original version that these shipped with, give or take a few minor versions. But what I don't want to do is restore these. So I could get rid of the password and I could fix this disabled screen here by connecting to the iTunes and then completely restoring them. Unfortunately, that's going to update the software as well, and we don't want that to happen. So in today's video, we're going to be seeing if we can somehow get through the passcode and get this thing unlocked without updating the software. And I have an idea, and we're going to see how it works. It involves using software called Legacy iOS Kit. It's a really powerful software. I use it on my Mac all the time for different devices, and it allows us to do a bunch of things such as jailbreaking and downgrading, but I think we can also save SHSH blobs, which if you're not familiar, that is something that allows devices to be downgraded even if that version of iOS is not signed anymore. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these plugged in and we're gonna save the blobs from them, then restore these to remove the password, and then downgrade them back to the version here using those blobs. So we're gonna give that a try. I've never done this before. You guys are going to be experiencing this with me as I go. First things first, we're going to need to plug these in. So I've got a USB-C adapter here and we've got our 30-pin cable. These are original from Apple, if that makes any difference to you. We're going to start here with the 3rd gen. So we're going to get that connected and we're going to allow this computer to trust it. This is an M1 MacBook Air base configuration running macOS Sequoia. And I don't know if that's going to mean anything to you guys, but if you're trying this at home, that's what we've got going on. So we've got our terminal window here for Legacy iOS Kit, and we're probably going to have to update because I haven't used this in a while. If you're not familiar with using Legacy iOS Kit, it's a very powerful software that can let you do a bunch of things with older devices, such as jailbreaking. You can install applications. You can save the SHSH blobs, which is what we're going to do, or at least try to. I've never actually done that before, so we're going to see how this goes. So this is not really a tutorial on how to do it, so I may end up just speeding through this part of the video until I get those saved. So I'm probably not going to show you guys how to do this. There's probably another video out there showing that. So we're going to go ahead and speed through this here, and I'll give you guys updates as I go. So we're currently putting the iPod Touch into DFU mode here. I downloaded the 3.1.3 IPSW file, which is what this program is going to use. And we're going to see if we can save the blobs. Okay, so they were saved right here. This is a .raw file. Not really sure what to do with that. If we open it, it's not going to open. The other files, or the other blobs I've got saved here, are in a different format. So not really sure what to make of that. So now I'm jailbreaking the iPod Touch, which apparently I can do without knowing the password. We're gonna see if that makes a difference because the blobs that I am able to save are the raw files right there, which I cannot use to restore. It has to be in this other format. So I'm not sure what the problem is, but we're gonna try jailbreaking and see if for some reason that makes a difference at all. Okay, so no luck here with the 3rd gen. The blobs will not save correctly and I am unable to convert them, which is apparently an option that you could use, but that's not working. We're gonna try something else later on with that. I think maybe this IPSW file I downloaded is bad, but for now we're gonna try the 4th gen iPod Touch. This one's on 4.3.3. We're gonna see if we have any other luck with this. Hopefully we can get at least one working device out of the couple here. All right, this one did actually save correctly. I don't know if you can see that up there, but this is in the better format. So I think we can use this to restore once this iPod Touch boots back up. I think we can get this thing I don't know if we have to restore to iOS 6 first and then downgrade, or if we can just go ahead and downgrade or restore with 4.3.3. We're going to find out here in just a few moments. All right, here we go. We are restoring. Let's see if this works. This is the first time I have ever restored something using blobs. Hopefully it works. If not, it's not the end of the world. 4th gen on iOS 4 is not that hard to find, and it's an 8GB model at that. So we'll see how this plays out. If it does work, that's kind of exciting. It'll be my first time I've ever done this, and it'll be a useful tool moving forward. Okay, so it looks like the iPod Touch is being restored here. We've got the progress bar down there, and Legacy iOS Kit is working on that restore. So really good sign here. I think this is gonna work. Now we just have to wait for that process to finish. So I'll go ahead and speed through this. Okay, the restore has finished on the 4th gen Touch. It is booting back up. And once this finishes, we should have an iPod Touch 4th gen on iOS 4.3. Remember, this is the one that was disabled, and we were gonna have to restore and update it through iTunes. But now I think we're gonna avoid that problem. And yes, that's a great sign. iOS 4 did not have its own setup menu, so you did have to connect it to iTunes for it to activate, and that's what we're gonna do right now. All right, and there we go. Go ahead and unplug the iPod, and here it is. This should be iOS 4, and it definitely is. We even got a nice treat of a jailbreak there, thanks to Legacy iOS Kit. That is really powerful software, and major props to the people that have put that together. 4.3.3, just as I indicated on the back there. I knew that was in there. We just had to figure out a way to get through it. And here we are. Very cool to get this device. 4th gen iPod Touch, although it's not the most interesting, these are actually fairly common to find on iOS 4. It is still a real treat, and I think the fun in this was actually saving this device from being updated to iOS 6. And that is what I got out of it. I'm gonna try a few more things here with this 3rd gen Touch. I'm not gonna go through all of that with you. I'll just speed through it, and if we have a success, I'll let you know. And if we continue to be unable to get past this passcode lock, then I'll keep you guys updated on that, and then we'll finish the video with the results here. So I'm gonna get back to working on the 3rd gen iPod Touch. So unfortunately, no luck here with the 3rd gen. It is still password locked. I tried on a different computer. I tried an Intel CPU instead of Apple Silicon, and I was not able to do it. I downloaded the IPSW from a different website, and it just still would not work. So unfortunately, this one's still locked, but we did get that 4th gen Touch, and this thing is looking mighty clean. To make up for this, I've got a few treats to show you guys. This is content for another video. It's gonna be the next video I upload after this one, and it's gonna be these two devices. This is an iPhone 6 at the setup screen there. And for those of you who know your stuff really well, you can probably figure out that this thing is running iOS 8. We're gonna be going through the setup there in the next video. And then we've got a white iPad 2nd gen here. This one is running iOS 4, never been updated, just like this iPod Touch 4th gen. So sorry you guys didn't get to see the 3rd gen make its appearance, but we've got these sneak peeks of an upcoming video that I got to show you guys here today. So hope you enjoyed this quick, different video. It was not my usual style, but maybe you'll learn something. If you've got an iPod Touch or an iPhone or an iPad that has an old version of iOS, but it's got a password lock or it's disabled, that is not the end of the road. You can use some software to get around that like we did here with this 4th gen Touch. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below. Are any of you guys still using an iPod Touch 4th gen, and how's it holding up for you? Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll look forward to seeing you guys in another one of my videos.